Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to show you the actual cost for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 55-year-old male. And I just want to make you aware, you can get a free quote and see the exact cost on our website. And just about every page on our website has this quoter here, and you can check out any amount you want. You just put the state, your birthday, fill that information in there, and it'll get you pricing. You can also call us directly at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. And for YouTube, we've got a special quoter, and we'll put it in the comments section of this video. It's going to be funeralfunds.com/YouTube. So be sure and check that out. But let's talk about the coverage. Let's talk about $10,000 worth of coverage for a 55-year-old male, and you know what that costs and when that would be appropriate. So first of all, you want to ask yourself, is $10,000 even appropriate for your needs? Well, at the time we're making this video, $10,000 is enough to pay for the average burial, in most parts of the United States. Now, it probably won't be fancy. But if you walk in with a $10,000 check, most funeral homes are going to take that rather than just let somebody walk down the road. They'll work with you. They're pretty good about that. But, so for $10,000 for a 55-year-old male, yeah, that would work today. The main issue is if you're 55 years old, we're hoping you're going to live a lot longer than 55 years, you get up to 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So at some point, at 55, $10,000 is not going to be enough insurance. Well, maybe you've got some existing insurance and you just need to add coverage. Well, if you had 10,000 and you wanted to get another 10,000, that would give you a total of 20,000. That would inflation-proof you exceptionally well for many, many years. And that would probably not be a bad way to go if you wanted a burial. Now, if you wanted a cremation, we typically don't recommend, it just depends what your wants and needs are. Basic cremation, where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, that costs between $1,000 to $2,000. If you're going to have a service, remembrance of life, something like that, that can get up to $3,500, $4,500. So depending on your needs, we'd probably recommend between $3,000 to $7,000 if you're looking at a cremation. But, the number one thing we always caution people on is don't overinsure. Don't go crazy. Don't think you need 20, you might need 20 at age 55, but 30, 40, $50,000. What ends up happening is, a lot of times people say, well, I'd just like to leave some money behind for my family. Well, everybody would like to do that. We'd like to leave them millions, but the challenge is, as we're getting older, the insurance is getting more expensive to qualify at your current age. So we would typically recommend just get the amount of insurance that you actually need. You can always add more coverage later. And, we'd rather see you keep the money in your own pocket versus some insurance company executive taking his family out for a good time. So, the savings you could have by getting an appropriate amount of coverage, you could create some really nice memories with your own family just by keeping that money in your own pocket. A couple other things is we don't recommend 2-year waiting periods. There's a lot of companies out there that have 2-year waiting periods. Colonial Penn is one of them. We're not saying they're a bad company. They just have 2-year waiting periods. And the people that we work with do not like 2-year waiting periods. And that $995 plan is, we'll go over that in a minute too, is you're not going to get any really great amount of coverage for $995. Other companies out there, Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha division, 2-year waiting period, AIG, Gerber, there's a bunch of them out there. And they have 2-year waiting periods, and they're just way more expensive because they'll insure anyone. Doesn't matter what your health. So we definitely recommend first aid coverage. That's what we specialize in here at Funeral Funds of America. The only time you wouldn't be able to get first aid coverage is things like you got a terminal illness or dementia, or you're on dialysis or in a hospital or nursing home, something like that. It seems like, unfortunately, far too often we get people calling us and saying, hey, we had a close relative die in the last week, and we don't have anything for the burial, and they don't have anything, so we need to get this insurance really fast. Can we get signed up today? And we have the unpleasant duty of telling them that, the way insurance works is you can't get this insurance on somebody who's already dead, unfortunately. So it just really underscores the importance of getting this insurance before you need it. You cannot get this insurance on somebody after they've passed away. Let's go back and talk about 2-year waiting periods. And, $9.95, that's a plan out there that everybody sees those commercials on TV and they go, $9.95. Man, I can get $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for $9.95. And nothing could be further from the truth. It's brilliant marketing because it gets your interest, but it creates a lot of complaints too. So let's take a look at, for a 55-year-old male, what $9.95 would actually buy. Well, here, $9.95 will only buy you one unit, $1,420 worth of insurance. That is not even hardly enough for a cremation these days, much less when the coverage actually kicks in 2 years. $1,420 is not going to be worth $1,420 after 2 years of inflation. So you really set yourself up poorly for a cremation, and certainly for a burial. That is nobody will talk to you. No funeral home will talk with you if you say, I've got $1,420 and that's all I have. Can we get somebody buried this weekend? So just keep in mind, let's take a look at, I want to compare these 2-year waiting periods, what they would cost versus first day coverage. So here we go again. Colonial Penn, age 55 male. And, this is pretty close, $9,940. That'd be 7 units. But you're going to pay $70 a month. $70 a month. And I think you're going to see that first day coverage is a much better premium. Let's go take a look. So again, $70 a month. And then over here on our quoter, and again, this is the same quoter that you'll have access to check pricing on yourself. $10,000 for a male, age 55. And let's get a quote. $32. This is a great company, Trinity Life Insurance Company. We work with them, and they got some of the best rates out there, and they're very flexible underwriting. Most people qualify, and the level here means first day coverage. Yeehaw, first day coverage. So again, $32, or you could go with Colonial Penn and pay $70, essentially $70. So with Colonial Penn, you're paying 200+% more for a policy that you're going to have to wait 2 years for it to even start paying out. I mean, nobody would buy a car if they had to wait 2 years to drive it. Nobody would buy a house if they had to wait 2 years before they lived in it. Why would you buy an insurance policy that's not going to pay out? God forbid something happens in the next 2 years. So we don't recommend that. Let's look at a couple other companies here too. Let's just go down a little bit. Some other companies out there spend a lot of money on advertising, and they're just a little bit more expensive. So like Lincoln Heritage right here. Lincoln Heritage for $10,000 would be $49. Now, Lincoln Heritage has a program where if you pass away, or when you pass away, they'll call 2 or 3 different funeral homes and do some price checking for you, for your family actually, to save them the burden on that. Well, number one, making a few phone calls is not that challenging. It might be difficult emotionally, but it's not that challenging. So that's $50. Let's just round it up to $50. And we come down to our other company here, and it's $32. So if we could just make that easy math, say it's 30 to 50, say it's $30 a month. That's times 12 months is $360. We'll take it down a few dollars just because I rounded the numbers. So let's say that's $350 extra a year. Well, at age 55, if you live to 65, well, that $350 a year will now have cost $3,500. And let me ask you this. For any company to offer a service where they make a few phone calls and charge you $3,500, does that seem like a good bargain? So we don't recommend it. No, of course it's not a good bargain. So we've got a funeral and estate planning guide. We provide that free. And what we do is we recommend you just fill that out. And you just put your last wishes and where you'd like things taken care of. It's a wonderful gift to leave your family, that knowing that you took care of everything. It's all written down. They don't have to worry about it. And they're just following through on your wishes. So keep in mind, you don't have to spend extra money on a lot of this. There's some fancy things out there. Lumico, another insurance company, they advertise a lot. Let's round it up, $42, 42 to 32. So you're paying an extra $120 a year. It's not a lot of money, but it's your money. Why spend that? Why give that money to an insurance company executive? After 10 years, that's an extra $1,200. I'm sure you could find a use for $1,200 over the next 10 years. So we don't recommend overpaying. You shouldn't do it. And if you want a free quote, again, just go to Funeral Funds, fill out this quote here. We'll have a link down in the bottom in the comment section on YouTube here. It's going to be funeralfunds.com/YouTube. And in that comments, we're also going to have videos for 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20, and 25,000. So you can access all of those. And but again, you can come right to our website or the link in the comment section and just use the same quoter. It's going to pull up this one. You're going to see the same quoter. And you can always call us directly too. If you want to talk with a real person, call us at 888-862-9456. But we look forward to helping you out with this. At some point, everybody needs this insurance. Nobody lives forever. And it's just it's a blessing to leave this behind so that your family doesn't suffer, when they're already burdened down with, just the loss of losing you. And there's no greater gift in the world than letting your family know that you cared enough about them well in advance to make sure that they weren't burdened financially. So let us know if you need some help. Until then, we wish you safety and happiness. You take care. Bye-bye.